my best friend is a McCleary. So I said, oh, I said, really? I said, chances are we are related. That's because it's a very unique name. I said, there's, you know. And she goes, oh no.
Couldn't possibly be.
Oh no, you know. And I was like,
so she was a white lady,
yeah,
right?
she was a white lady, and she was horrified that I could even, you know, suggest that somehow we were related because I'm black and her best friend's white. So.
When I think of like our cousins or we're at a family function and we see cousins, my problem, but I never know how we're connected. And I always like, oh, I wish I knew that. And I always think to myself, the only person that I think that can tell me that usually is Dad. So I often kind of think to myself, I wish I knew how this person was related to me or connected. So yeah, it is important. But maybe that's just me being lazy, because obviously Dad tells us often, but I still don't know.
Retain.
Yeah, I don't retain it. But it's, yeah, I think it is really important. I often think as well, like when our parents do go, who's going to be there? Which elders are going to be there to tell us that this is your aunt who's married to your granddad? Do you see what I mean?
But how far back do you think it should go? Like, as in, are you just saying you should know your mum and your dad?
I think it's quite important to know. I mean, a lot of people look at us because you can look at our skin colour and say, "Oh, you're descendants from slaves." That's almost, you know,
like our starting point.
Yeah. However, if I've looked at watched these programs, there's quite a few people that think they're white. But they're actually got black in them, you know, and it might just be 4 or 5 generations up, or they've got Indian or Asian or you know, and there was if you have a look at the current and the previous series, there was quite a few, and I know they're all celebrities, but they were really surprised at their lineage, and I'm sure that it's made a lot of them think differently about how they relate to people, because they realise that they're actually from a line of Asians or a line of black people, but they appear to be white. So I think it's very important.
Sorry, what's wrong, Claire?
No, but I'm just thinking some people would just choose not to acknowledge it.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking to myself.
Some people would choose not to acknowledge it, but inside they know.
Yeah, but I don't know if that will make any difference to their day to day.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even when you go, I remember years ago when we're talking Yellow Pages, and me and Angie, we were looking up all the McClearys, and there wasn't many in there, so we thought, well, surely these must be our family. So we just started ringing people,
and we were specifically looking for
our grandfather at the time.
Yeah,
and I remember ringing up this and got this man, and I said to him, you know, my name's Claire McCleary, I'm looking for, you know, my grandfather so-and-so, and, you know, I'm saying to him, you know, is it possible that I might be related to you? And I could hear that he was a white guy, and, you know, I must have told him I was black, I don't know, but he knew that I was black, and from then he was like, we cannot be related. Impossible.
Look at that! Wow. Look at that.
And he just shut it down. Wasn't interested, and so I didn't push it.
I had a similar incident when I was working in Selfridges so many years back, and in the staff canteen, and I had some book or something on my tray, and it had my name on it. And the canteen lady who was serving me, she said, "Oh, yeah, I mean, is this your name, Angela McCleary?" So I said, "Yes." She said, "Oh," she said, my best friend is a McCleary." So I said, "Oh," I said, "Really?" I said, "Chances are we are related." That's because it's a very unique name. I said, "There's, you know," and she goes, "Oh no,
couldn't possibly be."
"Oh no," you know, and I was like,
so she was a white lady,
yeah,
right?
she was a white lady, and she was horrified that I could even, you know, suggest that somehow we were related because I'm black and her best friend's white. So It just shows.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, with black names, and I know we're kind of veering off a bit, but with, you know, McClearys and Browns and Smith and whatever it is that us black West Indian...
Slave names.
Yeah, they're all slave names.
Yeah.
So if we want to know who owned us, then... You know, some McClearys owned us. Some Browns owned us.
It's knowing our
You know,
identity.
it's quite sad, really, that we can only get to a certain point, and then you know, we can't find the rest of our family, because there's a point where they were brought to the West Indies from supposedly from Africa. So we get to the point where we can't. I mean, you watched Marvin Humes. And it was nice to see that I think it was his 5th great grandfather. You could see where he was brought to Jamaica.
Okay.
But then, you know, they've taken that person from Africa, and you can't trace them from there, because they've been robbed from their land. So I feel sad about that part of it, that we can only get to a certain part of our history. And Dad has been quite instrumental for us in letting us know. I think we go back about 6 generations, and we know our great on our grandmother's side.
Yes.
But we can't get back any further, and I think that is really sad. And
it's still good to know, but still 5 generations.
Yeah,
that's
it's still good to know.
Yeah,
many don't even know that.
And as you said, it's not just that there are white people with black or Asian in their lineage. Obviously, there's us black people that look like we're 100% black that have got whites in our lineage as well. So it just shows that the whole world is actually mixed
up. Yeah. I mean, for us, I think Uncle Bill, Mr. Mac, obviously, our granddad used to tell us who is related to who and how we're all connected. I mean, I would say, Uncle Bill is
he's quite good
very
with that
instrumental
as well.
with that.
Yeah, with reunions.
We've
got lists of all the McClearys that
we
know around the world.
And obviously people like Mr. Roy, which is the oldest.
Now the oldest,
after now the oldest McCleary.
Oh wow! How old is he?
He's
82. He's 82.
Oh, okay. It's not that well. I'm saying that's not that old, but
he's in his 80s.
He's in his 80s.
I can't remember whether it's late 80s or early, because he looks so good.
He looks fantastic. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's like I love knowing about the family and knowing who is connected.
I think it's
I love it
just to know.
I think
so, because you could be seeing someone every day at the supermarket and you're related and you don't even know.
Well, not even that. I'm sure we've discussed this, like between ourselves, where it's like young people that get together and then find out that they're dating their cousins and whatnot. So that in that respect, it is very important.
And also, I think for medical history reasons, I think it's worth knowing, because if there's a certain illness that runs, throughout the family, that I think is important to know, so you can try and reduce the risk, or and so forth. Yeah. So I think that is good to know. And even just knowing, it's just little things like maybe knowing in your family, maybe things like, this person knows how to bake really well, and knowing how to do the the cooking and stuff like that. I think it's really
you'll
great.
Find as well that there's trades that passes through families, and sometimes without even the knowledge.
We look at photography and filming, like in our family.
Yeah, that's right.
Uncle Bill had his own photography business. Vincent was filming. Look at Rico. I'm just saying that you'd be surprised how these things pop up.
Yeah,
and pass down.
Without
sometimes
realising.
Jump generations, but it's in the blood.
Yes.
Yeah. On my mother's side, there's a lot of teachers in our family. Aunties, cousins, grandmother, great grandmother. There's teachers going down the line as well.
Yeah.
So and then, as you said, there's other traits, physical traits, like Dad would say stammer. Did I say stammer or stutter?
We did. I don't know.
Same thing. Sorry.
We had that thing in
we have that in our family as well. And
yes. In that, there's a lot of people with stammers on Dad's side.
Okay.
But Dad's dad had a stammer.
That's right.
Dad's dad had a stammer. Yeah.
Uncles, cousins.
Of course, all the way through.
We've got twins, and as you said,
twins. Twins.
Yeah. So
It's funny. Now we're talking about it. When we first had the question, I thought, well,
there's a lot of relevance that can be taken from knowing the family history. I must say, happy birthday to Mrs. Sylvia Greaves. That's my children's great grandmother, and she was 100 last week. So and she's living a very healthy life. So the boys will be certainly O'Neill will be able to go and see his great grand. If God spares her life at Christmas, and get some history, get some more history from the family.
And I think as you get older as well, you tend to want to know more about the family history. When you're younger, it's not a priority. Although I must say, my daughter, who's 12, she often asks me. She loves to hear family stories. She likes to know how people are connected, who's who. So I always say that in many years to come, she will be the person that everybody will go to.
That's good, that's really good because I think back to what I was saying about Dad, when we were growing up, and the amount of times that he's recounted, like when he was 7, his dad died when he was 7, and his stories and family members, and I used to like listen to them, but it just didn't retain it because I still then I'll be like, oh, how is this related to you? And he's and he starts the story.
I told you that.
And I think, why do I not know? But I really, Nordia's been really good in obviously the family tree. But I think it's something now that, as I said, my parents are getting older. We need to kind of to get it done. Even with Aunt Ruby, with the amount of times I said to her, "Where was Aunt Ruby?" And she was like, "I've told you where she was born," but I just.
You just start writing it down.
Yeah, I just start writing down on doc. I do.
There's so much information.
It's very important.
Your mum suggested it, like about taping people. Like when.
That's what I said.
I suggested actually, guys.
Yes, I said to Dad. I said we've got to do Dad. We have to do it.
Genie.com. If any of you know it, www.genie.com, and we've got quite a bit of our family tree on there, and it's quite nice. You can actually add photographs and you can add recordings and things like that. So if you share that with your family, because if Angela has a profile on there, she can share her profile with Cleo, and Cleo can add her bits, and you can share it with other family members. So it is nice to try and keep that going.
Is that at a cost, by the way?
There's a free element on there which you can add everything on freely, and then if you want to upgrade, then it will give you alerts if some new information comes along, or if it matches another tree like heritage.com, things like that. But I think there's a lot to learn from just knowing who you are.
And I think as well, what I would like to do at some point in time is to get, is it a blood test or no? They take some of your DNA and they test it to see what percentage of who you are.
I saw something about that though, that it was a bit rubbish.
It must be which company, there's various companies.
I saw something recently that it was not quite accurate as it.
Yeah.
But that's just one thing. But yes, I had thought of that. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I've always wanted it because it's funny how you hear little bits about, there was an uncle that did this. Boy George said when they were doing his, there was, I can't remember what it wasn't Boy George, it was probably somebody else. And they said there was a French woman somewhere in the family, but they thought it was just something that somebody said. But there was actually a French woman like 3 generations up.
Okay.
And it's the same. Boy George used to sing this song. I can't remember the name, so excuse me for not having all the information, but he used to sing a song, and the song was about a family member who had fought in the British Royal Legion or something. But he didn't know that they were related. He just thought it was a song that they used to sing about a person, a famous person. But it was like a family member and this famous person had actually fought together and died together.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes some of the things that you hear that you think might be just hearsay or misinformation actually has some real relevant meaning.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So, short and sweet. Anything else to add, ladies?
I think it's pushed me to kind of make more of an effort. and definitely to record dad, to record mum and dad.
I think it's like Uncle Bill's due to come over sometime. I think this year.
Do it.
It'd be nice to do a recording with him. So again,
Rick's going to maybe do something for us.
Yeah.
Do you know, our mum's mum died. Must be.
I was 16. I was 16.
So like 30 years ago.
okay.
And I remember, I don't know if mum's still got the video. It's probably poor quality now, but she used to have a video of Granny laughing.
All right.
Like just some video in a like a clip, and I used to love to play that and just hear her voice.
Was it on
and hear her laugh even though she's gone.
Yeah, it must be VHS.
tape,
Yeah. So it would be nice, really, to record
but then
something.
I do think that with, you know, technology now where you've got your phone, you can do so much more now with having records of people on camera. Because back then, I mean,
we need to do dad when he comes.
Yeah.
We need to do it.
Definitely.
Yeah, we will. We
and
should.
just keep it and just keep uploading that whatever medium you decide to keep it on. Because I do believe that family tree is very important.
It is.
You know, and you can keep adding. I mean, I started mine. It's probably about 10 years ago, and it's still there. And that's why I think the online ones are quite good because you're not going to lose that information. And you can obviously save it for yourself, but if you've got it in one of these online ones, then other people can add their information onto it as well. And yes. So, peeps, like, subscribe. I've done it the wrong way around this week.
It
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
subscribe,
like,
like,
inform us, and comment.